Now, Law 14 of the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene is a perfect example of why you should always keep your secrets close. And the exact law is, pose as a friend, but work as a spy. The execution of the law is right in the law itself, but the reasons are not so obvious. The law says to pose as a friend and gain someone's confidence and trust so you can either glean information out of them, or now you understand them so you can manipulate them. If you pose as someone's friend and gain their trust, you now have access to, one, their habits, and two, information that they simply just might not tell anyone. And gleaning those insights allows someone to manipulate you more, or if it's like a business rival, posing as a friend and they don't even know who you are. And I feel like this is like a spy movie in that sense, but they tell you a little secret. They get drunk one night, whatever it is, they tell you a little secret, and it's like, oh, that's what I've been missing. And then you just steal that information right out from under them and use it to compete against them. And I hate to say it like this, but this is a tactic that's used a lot in emotional blackmail, where you tell either a friend or a spouse, partner, a secret, or some bit of truth or honesty, and that is then used later down the line as a weapon against you. And the best line of defense against something like this is literally, like I said before, just keep your secrets close. Keep information close that you think is vital or important. And it goes back to a previous law that says, say less than what is necessary. And quite frankly, like I've said in the past, not everyone needs to know everything. Just don't hand out information freely, because you never know what that person is trying to use it for. They may seem like they're just interested in you and interested in your life, but it might be they're using this tactic and trying to get information to manipulate you or to better themselves in some way, shape, or form. And while the obvious ones are easy to spot, it can sometimes be hard to glean whether someone is using this tactic or this law against you. And once again, I feel like that just comes with life experience. You eventually build up that intuition, that gut feeling where someone will approach you or tries to befriend you, and you just get that feeling that it's not right. And you're like, something is off here. And if you get that feeling, trust it. Don't say, no, but they're so nice, they just bought me drinks. And let's go back to the last law that we just covered. But hey, they bought me drinks, they're telling me their life story, da-da-da. But if it doesn't feel right, trust that gut feeling. And you could still be nice. That doesn't mean be an a-hole. You know what I mean? But especially with new people just in general, don't let them know too much sensitive information or information that you want to hold close. Like, you don't go telling everyone your social security number, right? It's the same concept. Don't give anyone information they could use to hurt you. I honestly say it all, but others will say right away, like, you don't tell a stranger your most vulnerable parts of you because you don't know them. And some will say this is not a great way to live because, secrets bottled up, da-da-da. But there's some things I just don't tell people. Whatever it is, that's between me, myself, and God. And it's not necessarily like they're bad things, but I recognize that they're weaknesses that can be exploited. And I feel like men will get this a lot better. It's just like, hold that to your chest. Don't let it out. Bottle it inside. Have a heart attack at 40 years old. I'm just kidding. But, like, you get the point. And obviously don't bottle it in if it's like rage or anything like that. Like, that's the kind of stuff you got to get out if it's eating you alive. But just be mindful of the secrets you share with certain people, with anyone. Like I said, there's certain things I just don't share with people at all. And it's not like I got 5 bodies buried in the backyard. It's not something crazy like that. But once again, I understand that it's a weakness. It's a vulnerability that someone can exploit. And I hate that I even felt this way. Like, in the last situationship/relationship I was in, I didn't really open up to her at all. I did, but it was just surface level stuff, you know what I mean? He's like, oh, why don't you say, like, to talk about this, talk about that, da da da, and pillow talk. And I had that gut feeling, and it was one because I did know her for a while, but two, I've seen how she acted around other people, and my gut feeling was, I know if I tell you something, it's not going to stay a secret for long. Everyone's going to know, and this is stuff that I don't want everyone to know. And that goes even to that point. If you don't want everyone to know something, it's probably best not to say it, even with someone that you confide in and trust, because they just might be a gossip, and that's their gain from it, is they're addicted to the gossip, and now they have to tell everyone, even though it's not any kind of manipulative gain. It's just they're gaining from it. They're gaining that dopamine by telling everyone that Joe Schmo was in bed with Susie Screwwho, and you know, Susie's got a husband, and so does Joe. Joe's got a husband too. It's 2024. We don't judge, but anyways, it's probably best to keep certain things close to your chest and close to your heart, and make sure no one knows, and just recognize those vulnerabilities in you. And if you have to tell someone, but like, to make sure you really, 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 really trust them. If you have to get it out, or go to a therapist or a lawyer, if they can, it's client privilege, whatever it is, doctor, whatever it is. But obviously I've said enough about that. If you don't know me, my name is Brendan. This is The Lost Tribe. If you like this content, hit that like button, leave a comment down below what you think about this law, and if you've ever had to apply what I've talked about, or if you have anything that you want me to talk about in the future, because this 48 Laws of Power is just one of many things that I want to do and I have done, and eventually I'm going to have to do something else. And if you made it this far, hit that subscribe button, because clearly you like the content. Once again, Brendan, Lost Tribe, peace out.